back was against the wall, niggas do or die. You seen it like I seen it all, you would cry. Convicted of murder, going to suicide. Convicted of murder, going to suicide. My back was against the wall, niggas do or die.
We're gonna talk about this after the song.
All, you would cry. Convicted of murder, going to suicide. Convicted of murder, going to suicide. Now I don't do capping. Tell you my story and I don't do rapping. Seen young niggas trapping, get trapped in. Seen a fool running strap, get his cap bashed in. Seen a young nigga die in the gang. And he was only banging for fashion. Black Rob got robbed. He was off the lean when they blasted him. Broke my heart. Hit his mom screamed in his casket. And he just had a son, oh God. It's hard seeing him as a bastard. You know his dad ain't returned from the store, but he'll have to mature to grasp it. I just seen a tough crony get his ass whipped. I just seen my silly arm minutes full of spashes. You can let the beef fly on truth. I seen the child removed from his home and then got more abuse. And back was against the wall, if you would die. You seen it like I seen it all, you would cry. Convicted of murder, gone to suicide. Convicted of murder, gone to suicide. And I ain't got a lie, make you cry for the truth. I just stopped another cellmate from trying to do. Said you came a long way from first time you shoot. You looked me in the eye, said I got double life for homicide. OGs had me dying in the shoot. However, now or later, I still got dying in the shoot. And that's in reply to the truth. Kept it real like God on me. So I told him leave a note, cause I got a bullet left in. I don't need a body on me. Then he hung up, then he shit his green. I'm just trying not to get hung up on shit I seen obsolete niggas tip. Alright, the Shanks King the villain, Front Street the label, invading your lives the show. You're welcome to invade mine. Let's invade these people's lives, put them on Front Street one more time. Y'all already know what I come to do. I come to shout out to everybody in attendance first. Shout out, we go down the list. Shout out to make sure y'all go subscribe to that new channel and make sure y'all go check out the new merchandise that we got too. It's right there. Stacy got it posted. Shout out to Stacy. Shout out to Wax Dog. Salute the villains. Shout out to First Fam West TV. Shout out to Stacy and Wax Dog. Salute the villains. Shout out to First Fam West TV. Shout out to Thoughts Magnetic. Shout out to Derek C. Williams. Salute to Williams. Salute to salute to Williams too. But salute the villains. Look, somebody sent me this video, right? And I checked it out. And I said, let me see what they're talking about. And it's an interview that Hassan Campbell is doing with Doggie Diamonds. Now, this guy loved to run around and play. I'm going to play a little bit of it. This guy loved to run around and play like he's a victim of something, right? From sex crimes to YouTube attacks. But you the one who keep putting people, leave my name out your mouth. I don't care nothing about your subscribers, right? Leave Wax Dog name out your mouth. This dude love to come up here and pretend like he's a victim. Now, my message to Doggie Diamond, he lied on Tameka Mallory, lied on Wax Dog, lied on me, lied on a lot of people. Right? And he come up there and he do it on Doggie Diamond's platform. You know, and he goes up there. Let me let y'all hear some of this stuff. Let me let you hear some of it for those that didn't catch it. Even if you did, we're gonna break them down.
He shouted out a sex offender. Multi Woodway, the one with the costumes. They're stalking me. Okay. Shouted him out. And this is his last video.
Mad at Star. I never heard Star shout me out. If he did, salute.
The blackmailed this young girl with pictures that she sent him was an underage girl. He lost his YouTube account, so they got in a lot of trouble. The articles all over the internet. So now, you damn near just basically shouted out a sex offender. Monty Woodway, the one with the costumes, that's stalking me. Okay. Shouted him out. And this is his last video. He turns around, the Front Street dude. Front Street, now, and this is when I lost all respect for Star, and I said, you know what, it's over with. You shout out Front Street. Not only did Front Street find a dope fiend, a white dope fiend that lives in Virginia. I live in New York. He finds a white dope fiend. He convinced the white dope fiend, who previously was in the toilet digging a $20 bill out with doodle all in the toilet so he could get high. That's what they made him do. They put a video up. So this is the same dude they put up talking about, I raped a white boy, right? Mm-hmm. This same dude, Front Street, is all over his indictment. He got locked up for sex trafficking little girls and selling drugs. Sex trafficking. So now Star's supposed to be the face for what he said. He has a 501c3 where he does this in real life.
All right. Let's break this down a little bit. Break it down a little bit. Look, he just said that he just went on I'm going to talk directly to Doggie Diamonds. You had a guy up there, right? I don't know if this was a mistake, you just not knowing, or if you enjoy putting out fake news or what, or if you're a real journalist where, you know, it's two sides to every story. I could personally prove that he just lied and said that I was indicted with drugs and sex trafficking little girls. Are you serious? You had somebody on you didn't fact check that before you put that on your platform like that? What type of integrity is that? You didn't reach out to me. My Instagram is front_street_villains_ENT. And actually, I'll give that part up there. I'll put the videos out right after this live. I'm going to put the videos up on my Instagram showing the difference from what he was talking about. Is a difference in the white boy, rest in peace, the white boy Drake, right? Who came out accusing this dude of molesting him for 2 years while he was a minor. And a dude that dug in the toilet. We got both videos of both dudes. Matter of fact, right now on my Instagram is the video of the dude accusing. It's all over YouTube. Hassan Campbell, victim, speaks out. So you got this dude up there making a wild claim like that about me, and that can't be backed up in no type of facts. Actually, I got something right now that will show you that he totally lied. Is it two sides of the story, or is it that's your man and you had him on a platform and you ain't care who he talked about or who name he tried to run in the ground? Which one is it? I'm not going to jump off the deep end right now and disrespect Doggie Diamonds because he had somebody up there disrespecting me and Wax Dog and my son and Tameka Mallory. This dude was up there name dropping like crazy. It's crazy. Hold on, yo. Let's get back to some of this.
With Front Street, it's all over his indictment. He got locked up for sex trafficking little girls and selling drugs. Sex trafficking. So now Star's supposed to be the face for what he said. He has a 501c3 where he does this in real life, where he advocates for victims, right? So my thing and my question for Star and all the people that's watching me, if you represent the victims, if you took the time out and called me out to Jersey to give me this plaque, like I'm your brother, you see that plaque in the background? Mm-hmm. That plaque is on the wall of my house. He gave me 2 plaques, called me out, came up to my community, went to Applebee's with him, got drunker than a skunk. I got footage of that too. It's on my Patreon. Started drunker than a skunk. We talking trash about KRS-One, Miss Melody, D-Nice. He talking about the whole BDP, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went from being the most courageous dude in hip hop to just a project nigga. Coming out of his mouth and listening to him. And my whole thing is, how do you put yourself in my shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to answer this question. Everybody gonna see me cry all over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Break down and cry. Because this was for years, which is boohoo crying, getting drunk, having drunk episodes. Like I said, DMX smoked the crack, I was drinking the alcohol. I was literally the DMX on YouTube, breaking down, crying all the time. And then the dude that's supposed to be like your mentor, your big brother, shouts out everybody who's been trying to tear down, make fun of me being molested. He shouted out Wax Dog. Wax Dog used to be my mod. He came from the other platforms. They sent him to infiltrate me. He was my mod. That same dude sits squat up in my house. The footage is on the internet. Got my house raided, said I had a gun in my house to my head. Got my house raided, SWAT had all types of guns pointed at my autistic daughter.
Mm.
Star shouts this man out. Now,
all right, let's stop right there, yo. Let's stop right there. You lying bastard. You lying bastard. You said that Wax Dog had SWAT running your team. This is why you unliked. Doggie Diamonds, he asked the question, why did it go from everybody supporting this coward to now everybody is against him and making fun of him and stuff like that? This is one of the prime reasons, right? Wax Dog was one of his mods. Wax Dog, they were supposed to be cool behind the scene, like as far as on the phone, I guess, right? Wax Dog was being loyal to this guy, but it's like he wasn't abiding by what he was up here saying. He was saying one thing, throwing another. And when he seen a video of me walking through the mall, right? And I was me and Wax Dog walking through the mall, he jumped the gun and disrespected Wax Dog. That's why Wax Dog went against him. He disrespected him publicly. He didn't even give him a chance to let him know that Wax Dog had talked to me about possibly sitting down talking to him and not making the videos about him. That's the actual truth. But before he even had a conversation with Wax Dog, he jumped out of the window. So he did that too. And now he lies about he sent SWAT into, that's the same lie he told on me last year, same lie he told on Mel Cross, same lie he told on Sidenetter. It's the going lie for this guy that somebody sent. Now he said the footage is up on the internet. Now you as a journalist or whatever you call yourself, a blogger, journalist, whatever it is, right? You go fact check things that you put out in the things that you put in the environment. Go fact check that. He said the footage is up on the internet. Now this is a dude who said that it was a hit on his life, so he put cameras all over his house so that if anything ever happened, dudes will surely be going to jail. So this dude fortified his house with cameras and all type of shit, right? So why hasn't the footage of his autistic daughter the police putting a gun to, damn suing Bam, why you not suing the police that chose to come in your house and put guns to your kid's head? What could somebody tell the police that makes them come in your house and put guns to your kid's head? And why are you not suing them, and why haven't you exposed the footage? Why didn't you tell him exactly where he could go see the footage? It's like, yo, you really sacrificed Doggie Diamonds in my eyes at this point, and unless he do something that fixes that, you sacrifice his integrity on this show right here. You really did. You put his integrity up for grabs, yo. How was he allowed to get away with all of this stuff? Get up there and name drop a million rappers while playing like the victim. No, people stopped supporting. One of the big reasons why a lot of people can't support that story is because they realize, like, hold on, this is not a story about somebody that's been molested as a kid, taken advantage, a heartbreaking story. This is, listen to what he said. He said he went from being molested by Bam to prostituting for Bam. This is not no grown man talking like this. No, you let him skip over the Kells Gill situation. People are disgusted with the fact that this guy come up there and act like he's the new and improved Malcolm X while talking about sexually assaulting minors. He told Kev Gills when he do this to his son and run through the family and F all of the minors in his family and stick heavy D on them, that's what he said. No, people holding him accountable now for being a fraud. I was just watching a TV with AC on it. Yeah. Shout out to First Fan West. Yeah, so, you know, it's not, people are not choosing to just come and bother this guy. This guy done put a whole bunch of negativity out in the atmosphere. This dude done show himself to be a hypocrite. This dude went on Doggie Diamonds and talked about giving out turkeys on Thanksgiving. When I was up here raising money to feed people, he was up here saying that he felt like crying because he didn't have nothing to give to people. That was just these holidays. Young News, Wax Dog was in there, he saw it. Barn Dog, salute. So don't act like this is some child rape victim. Why is no Doggie Diamonds? You tell me this. Did you go look at the difference? It's right there on Wax Dog channel. Go look at the difference in the white alleged rape victim that came out and accused him of this stuff, and you look at the people that he's trying to put it on, like, oh, they was in the toilet. No. Try it again. Why is it that you want everybody to go to war with you about Bam and you think that you don't have to acknowledge what you was accused of doing to that young white boy Drake? Doggie Diamond's chat wasn't rocking with Hassan. Yeah, no. Let's talk about that. You was accused. You're lying on me. You're saying that I was indicted for drugs and sex trafficking young girl. Oh my God, man. Show me that somewhere. Show me that. You got a big platform. Prove what you went on Doggie Diamonds and said. And if not, I think the elegant thing for Doggie Diamonds to do is to reach out and get the other half of the story. Give me an opportunity to properly prove that this dude, because I'm a real one. I'm indicted right now. I was indicted on a few things, and right now I'm out on house arrest, and you got this dude running around crazy on your show saying that I was indicted selling drugs and trafficking minors. That's crazy, bro. And can't nobody that know me in real life, anybody that may see or watch my videos that know me, that don't even leave comments. That's a fact. I always been stamped solidified. And to have this dude sitting up on these platforms, these Queens Flips and these Doggie Diamonds, and say that I was that I was sex trafficking minors. What type of time are y'all on to do that and not fact check that? And I asked him, you dirty liar, why would you sit on here and say that? That takes the validity away from your platform and the things that you're doing in the ways that other people that look up to you, and some of them might admire you and your body of work and your this, and then they look at it and be like, well, I know the guy Shanks. I know that's not true. I know Shanks wasn't in, and it takes away from your body of work. Damn, word, I haven't even watched the whole thing. Bring me up to speed. Yeah, that's what he said. And then he just now said this about Wax. He went on Doggie Diamonds today and did this. Train wreck.
In the process of Star, like this is not the first time, but this was my last straw. When I sat back, Star was shouting out, I smoke hip hop. I Smoke Hip Hop only had like about 2,000 subscribers.
Shout out to I Smoke Hip Hop.
Star was bigging this dude up the whole time while he was like making fun of me.
Shout out to Star too.
I Smoke Hip Hop was telling everybody that my mother was touching me, which was a lie. He told everybody that I was sleeping with my mother. Star picked this dude up and got this dude to 70,000 subscribers. So then they start.
Now, I didn't hear where I Smoke Hip Hop said that he was sleeping with his moms and all of that, but you have accused so many men. You have accused so many men, Hassan. I'm talking to you. Listen, you have accused so many men of violating your little hiney while you say you was young and growing up, right, in your teenage years and all of that. You accuse your brother. You accuse one of the forefathers of hip hop. You accuse like dudes in wheelchairs, sisters' boyfriends. You done accuse. So it's almost like you use sex crimes as a weapon. Like the minute you don't like somebody, they fucked you. The minute you don't like somebody, oh, he fucked you now. Hassan is a jealous bitch. AK just blog on dude dissing Kwame Brown for no reason. Clown shit. Yeah, that's what I didn't understand. He said don't, and then he cleared that up. We're gonna get into more of this interview, yo. Then he cleared that up in here. Bozo shit. You don't accuse so if he said your mother, he could have meant your brother.
The dawn on me recently after I sat back and I watched and I observed everything. I said, whoa, look at this. So every dude that's making videos about me was connected to Star or the conscious community.
That's another lie. That's another lie. Because I shout out to Sinetta too, right? But I came across Sinetta about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago now. And yeah, maybe about 2 years, right? And that was after I already had vowed to always ask, like, what are going on with the children in your house, being that you have showed such abusive, violent, like aggressive, sexually aggressive energy toward minors? It's a fair question for me to come out and question, because at the end of the day, it's about protecting these kids, right? It's about protecting these kids so that they don't become the victim of sex crimes if we can help it. And if they already are, that we can identify some of the characteristics of the people around these kids and we could better keep them safe. That was my only mission. It's not personal towards you, Hassan. It never was, you know what I mean? Then you decided to go on rants and disrespect people like Sister Stacy, like Wax Dog, like Queen's Throne, and a lot of other people, like the lady that you put Shrek up, when you put Shrek beside Donna Jordan, just because you wanted to show that they looked alike. What do you think that does for her confidence and her self-esteem? That ain't right. Go subscribe to Front Street Boxing too, and make sure y'all check out that that merchandise. Yeah, go subscribe to Front Street Boxing though. That's the new channel, Everything Boxing over there. But this is what I don't understand. But let's get back to some of this interview.
Every video that's bashing me, saying I'm lying on Bambaataa or I wanted it or making fun about me, is connected.
Wait a minute, hold on. It's not all connected to them. So that's what I was making a point that I met him after things was already terrible between us. He made the contact to me. He asked me to reach out to Wax Dog. I reached out to Wax Dog. They killed that noise. So now they all right, because not because it was some plot or nobody was infiltrating or Wax Dog was going over there trying to infiltrate you the whole time. Nah, he was being straight up. The problem with you is you don't know how to deal with nobody that's being straight up with you or loyal with you. You disrespect everybody. And then you think like, because whatever you pumping in your arms, whatever fluid or liquid, you think somebody cared. When the truth is, right, you're not no better than nobody else. You're not no better than nobody else. You might be a couple notches below. You really you can get knocked out and drug up a block, but the deal is when the money was put up, you didn't want to do that, right? You want to do exactly what you want to do. Go on things like Doggie Diamond Show and talk stupid. If you wanted to do anything about an interview that I did on somebody that's claiming to be a victim, you had a chance a year ago to meet up with me. We tried to meet up with you behind the scene, have a sit down, get things off our chest. You didn't want to do that. You talked a whole bunch of gay stuff on the phone. So this is what you got up there, and I don't even know why Doggie Diamond sacrificed the integrity of the show by letting him do this, go up there and name drop real dudes like myself, real dudes that sit down quietly, fight my case, and try to keep my head low. You want to keep bringing my name up in the same conversation as drugs when everybody know Shanks King don't deal in drugs. You lied. You just lied about that drug indictment and sex trafficking case. You lied. I was indicted on drugs just now. I just beat a couple of drug cases. Just beat them, right? And I still got a gun charge that I'm fighting right now. Right now, got the bracelet on me right now. So I gotta get sent something like this. And while we behind the scene busting our brain on real shit, gotta stop and address something like this because I really didn't even want to do this live. I was in a whole nother zone. And then I gotta come because I gotta defend my name, right? I gotta come because you're on such a big platform. So I just think that part right there is not right on Doggie Diamond's part. Why would you, you know what I mean? Everybody you mentioned, he told you how he had a problem with him. Oh, yeah, before he died, I was mad. But let's see some more of this. This is pure effery, yo.
To start, or the conscious community, right? So then you start to realize, like, hold up. When I went to war with Bambaataa, because there was a lot of things that happened in the street, I trusted Layla Wills enough to get her to get on the phone with TC Islam. And now as I sit back and I think,
if you donate, you gotta let me know in the comment section because I can't see the Cash App and I'll shout you out. If you don't donate, I just want you to make sure you taking something from this video, yo. This dude is wild.
Think about all of the stuff that happened.
Rest in peace, by the way.
Rest in peace, TC Islam. He went against the Zulu Nation And even though I feel like he hit a lot of stuff, because I was mad at TC before he died.
Now you get him now you let him on your platform talk about how somebody hid something for alleged child molesters. Come on, man. You just letting him run up there and stomp on people's name on your platform, man. That's not gangster, Doggie Diamond.
I was like, I had a conversation with him the night before, like 2 nights before he died. I was disgusted in him because he knew a lot more than what he said. But nevertheless, he was on the run hiding in Atlanta from the Zulu Nation.
Now you just let him do that. You just said rest in peace to a guy. And right after you said rest in peace, you let another guy in your house, on your platform, on your show. That's your house. You let that guy throw dirt on the guy, extra dirt. He already resting in dirt, and you let this guy on your platform unchallenged throw more dirt on a guy that's dead and can't defend himself. That's dissing the dead.
Before he died, I was disgusted in him because he knew a lot more than what he said. But nevertheless, he was on the run hiding in Atlanta from the Zulu Nation. Layla Wells, the only one I got in contact with him out there, besides a few other people, but she was the last one to deal with that man, and he's dead now. She got the last footage of my friend who sat there on her platform to fight for me. And now as I look at it, I'm like, yo, I'll let y'all fill in the rest.
Yeah, because the punk about to start crying again, right? This dude is a pure coward, man. Now he's saying Layla Wells is the last dude that got footage of the dude, TC or whatever his name is. He's supposed to be dead. And now he's ready to start crying these damn crocodile tears again, right? This dude was up there putting up on a show, man. This dude was up there really acting, and you got him up there kicking dude's name around like that. Now he's saying Layla Wells was the last person that had, that dealt with him before he died, like if she set him up or something for Zulu Nation. That's the implication you're supposed to take from what he's saying. Nah, this dude got a pattern of not dealing with what's really going on. You try to sidestep it and deflect by putting dirt on people's names. Now, all of a sudden, you was just working with her on a documentary, right? Now that she refused to give you the documentary, you sit on Doggie Diamonds and say that you tried to pay her and all of this. You was working with her until things didn't go your way. Now, all of a sudden, it didn't go your way. She was the last person with access to your friend. He was down in Atlanta running for his life. Come on, man. This is girl shit, man. Every time you turn around, every time he feel like it ain't enough videos being made about him, he go throw certain people's name in the mix because he want a video, because he want his name to be relevant. And he learned how to say the most shocking things to an audience. I'm Front Street he was talking about. I'm the original. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand this. Let's get to a little more of this though, man. My energy so low for this. I was working on something else.
So let me ask you something. You do have Star's number. Have you ever called him and spoke to him? Or how you feel?
After that man sat up there.
Make sure y'all go subscribe to the new channel.
Mm-hmm.
After he sat up there, Star could have called me on the phone and said, yo, Pop, I got a lawyer for you right now. I still got time to do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
He could have said, yo, let's get this. I'm from the streets. You from the streets. If me and you get ready to go to war with the ops, and you see me pass one of the ops, a Uzi, Are you still going to war with me?
Hell no.
And that's exactly what you did to Wax, though.
Mission is over. Now, I personally hope, and swear to God, by God, I hope Bam sue all of them. For defamation of character, I hope he does.
But how could he do? But how could he do that if he's guilty?
He first and foremost, see the whole thing, but he didn't do nothing to them.
Now look, check this out. Let's break that part down. For those who couldn't hear, what he said was, he said he hopes that Bam sues everybody who made a video about him being a child molester. He said he hoped that Bam sues, and we presume that he hopes he wins. So he hopes that Bam sues and wins a lawsuit against anybody who's made a video about him being a child molester. I've never done that. You hear me? Now, how does he ask the people to go to war with him over him being molested by Bam? And how does he ask the people to ignore the fact that we seen you? We got the pictures, we seen you. We seen you. Look, you was with Bam as a grown man. So if Bam started taxing that ass just for lack of better blackout salute, just for lack of a better term, if Bam was taxing that ass and you say you was 15 to 18 or whatever, you got so many different stories. Then you said he was putting his stuff in your mouth or thighs or whatever you said at 12 or 15. I don't know the age no more, but you said it was a young age. And this went on all through your 20s and your 30s. That's the part I'm confused on. You got to answer that, because you was posing in pictures with him. You was posing in pictures with him. Now, everybody's supposed to turn on them, and then when they do turn on them, this is what you say, because you feel like YouTube is working for you now?
One of the ops.
This is what you say?
Uzi, are you still going to war with me?
Hell no.
Aboard the mission. Mission is over. Now, I personally hope, and swear to God, by God, I hope Bam sue all of them. For defamation of character, I hope he does.
But how could he do? But how could he do that if he's guilty?
He first and foremost, see the whole thing, but he didn't do nothing to them.
He ain't do nothing to them. And that implies that everybody who he didn't do, who Bam didn't do anything to, should mind their business. That's what he's implying. Should mind their business and should have never spoke on that subject. He was good till Bam stopped paying his rent. I heard something like that, yo. I heard he was all right with the whole arrangement between him and Bam in a homosexual relationship, as far as the way that what the word is, right? In a homosexual relationship. And then when Bam stopped funding certain things like his dog vet bill, you know, things like that, paying his rent and all of that, that's when he realized he had to get a woman or go live with one or something, as far as to make it look good that he is living with a woman and not actively living with a man as two homosexuals, right? So when he realized that the gig is up, then he come with his next big play. All right, you don't like that? I tell Bam that you put dick in his thighs, and then everything will just blow up from there. I'll go on Doggie Diamonds and tell all about dick tales. I'll go all over. That's this dude's thought, man. That's this dude's thought pattern, man. He came up with these dick tales of he got us naked in it. Y'all heard the stories, man, about him looking through books and looking at men's cocks and judging the size of it and fantasizing on it. And y'all heard all the buffoonery that came from it. Come on, man, you was looking through a book full of dicks? Don't compare me to no Hassan Campbell, yo. Don't ever do that. Please. Nobody's done that yet, but don't ever do it, please. Listen, you was happy with Dick being in your life the whole time. The whole time. And there's a problem. What? You in pictures with this man. You taking Dick from this man as a grown man. More than likely. So now all of a sudden there's a problem and you want to talk shit because I make videos asking, the basis of my videos was simply asking, can you please come out and prove to us that those kids have not been sexually abused in their house or that those kids are not abused? Can you come out? Can you come out and prove to us as a village, as a community, we got a right to want to check on kids. We got a right to want to know that the safety of kids is okay. I wouldn't care what kids, who kids, how kids, big kids, little kids. We got a right as a community to want to make sure that kids are not being abused, yo. The result of kids being sexually abused and abused in any way, the consequence of that abuse is catastrophic. The consequences of children being abused is catastrophic. So the whole community got a stake in knowing whether or not kids are being abused and molested by some chump. I got a right to ask that question. I had an absolute right to check on those kids over there with you and Lily. When you going on the thing, you can't even control yourself enough not to put your house business out on YouTube. You calling her crackheads right on the internet. You could have easily just not said that shit to her like that on the internet. We got a right when we see those kids sitting on camera, once you put them on camera and they sitting there looking like they scared to be themselves, like they forcing smiles, and then you get up here and you think it's okay to say you was making a point, right? Making a point that when you said that you were F. Kev Gill's 2-year-old son, you said you would commit a sex act with kids that are 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, man. This is what you said up here. Why didn't Doggie Diamonds ask you about that? I didn't watch the whole thing, but it didn't look like it was going that way. Why didn't you ask him that? Hassan, we gave you a platform. Why did you use that platform to then go up there and talk about molesting kids? This ain't about what Wax Dog did to you, what Shanks King, Front Street did to you. It's not about your Marge. It's not about Stacy. This is not about Derek C. Williams. It's about what this punk did to himself. You want people to look at you as a sex victim when people look at you as a homosexual, a closet homosexual. Let's get back to this, man.
So y'all smeared his character and they smeared mine at the same time. Whose side are you on? Ask them niggas a question. Why is it that y'all dragging me? I fought this fight with Bam, so I couldn't fight it no more. People didn't even want to hear about Bam no more. Kept on fighting. Every time I brought Bam name up, the conscious community came with some more.
Well, yeah, tough luck. Because I had somebody that came on my platform and accused you of raping them for a time, a period. So tough luck, because I'm keeping that alive. Nobody want to hear about that right now. I'm keeping that alive because that's somebody that alleged that you raped them. And you haven't had enough respect for any community to even come out and say, oh, word? No, I didn't. You said that I tracked sex trafficking. No, I didn't. You said I was arrested for that. No, I wasn't. So we got the same issue. Nobody want to hear about Bam, and nobody wants to hear about Drake. And for those that see this and don't know, Drake is the person who alleged that Hassan Campbell met up with him, had dinner with him on a couple of dates on dinner. That over a span of 2 years, that the guy said he tossed Hassan salad. Said that he transmitted well, he didn't say he did. He said that Hassan accused him of bringing a disease back to their house. This is the guy that he's talking about, that he tried to say was digging in the toilet. That's a whole different guy was digging in the toilet. The guy he's talking about is the guy he allegedly accused of bringing a disease back to the house that had him and Lily getting going through some shit. This is all bullshit, bitch shit. He ain't fight shit. Yeah, he ain't fight at all. So that's who he talking about. Go look up Hassan Victim Speaks Out.
Bullshit that attacked me. So I said, you know what? They're leeching off of my style, right? Which is Layla Willis is doing right now with the documentary. Right now she dropped her, she told a lie. Let me get at that right quick too. I called her on the phone. I said, yo, what's up with the documentary? I make the bread now. I'm making bread now. Let me buy it from you. She didn't want to sell it. She lied and told the people on her platform that I wanted her to give it to me. You're a liar. And I wanted specifics out of that documentary because all that long whack shit that she got, first and foremost, if you look at the documentary, you see Lord Sharif on her platform. I don't even watch that shit. Lord Sharif is up there, right? His initial statement, which had everybody saying, yo, so you was covering for Africa Bambaataa. When you look at him on her platform, it's like, damn, really didn't even do nothing. So I'm like, whoa, good thing I saved Star's videos to my computer because now this looks like some double-edged shit. He's not even saying the same thing that he said initially on Star's platform when Layla Will sit and jump face to.
That's some creepy shit. You save Star's videos to your laptop. What type of fucking agent are you?
So I'm like, hold on.
I could have sworn that he once said that he actually saw with his own 2 eyes in the crib inappropriate stuff.
Yo, he went all the way into the point where people said that he aided and abetted there too.
Yeah, I heard
so
that.
So now while he's on her platform, you listen to him and you listen.
Salute the
like,
village.
For example, the dude Cassius D that she got up there, right? This dude is sitting up there. Mind you, I have audio on the computer with him arguing with Bam. Tell Bam, you shouldn't be on this phone call. Everybody heard this audio. We played this audio, right? From a conversation that I leaked. Next thing you know, Layla Willis is sitting down with him. He's taking up for Bam. You don't see where the money is being spent to clean up? Where anybody's statement is being... So now the same people that was riding on Bam for me, with me, right? That threw me out there because I never asked to be on the front line. When I put my video up before Raw and Savage, I took it down so fast it wasn't even funny because it was embarrassing, it was humiliating, and at the end of the day, people came down and said, "Okay, let's deal with this." But because certain individuals was extorting Bam was being extorted, not by me, by them niggas. I never got a dime out of that man. Those niggas, that circle, Ron Savage disappeared. Nobody has nothing to say about him. This was supposed to be him and Star fight. Why am I being dragged all over the internet?
I supporting you to everybody just going at you. I was confused. Why do you think it changed? Because I was really confused. I didn't understand why it went from everybody supporting you to everybody just going at you. I was confused. Like, what happened?
The question for me is not when did it change? Is what platforms stood behind the platforms that was egging and abetting. Like, for example, the Real G's TV. Nobody watches him. What platform does he come from? Silence. The Melee All Day. the dirty looking light skinned dude, right?
I don't even know who none of these people are.
Now, exactly. But after you search my name, you start to know who these dudes is. The filthy dude that got the ponytail. Now all of a sudden,
shout out to Melee all day.
Everybody wear white gold too, yeah. And my
shout out to
my money's real. So yeah, everybody like the Melee all day dude. Where does he come from? The conscious community. You see what I'm saying? When you look at the 10 Toes Down dude, that's shot at his cousin.
Shout out to 10 Toes Down.
Everybody either comes from the conscious side, the same dudes that started off with me going against Bam, or they're back and aided and abetted by Star. Star shouting these dudes out.
So you really think in your heart of heart, Star, somebody who showed you love, gave you awards, spoken to you, helped you put your story out there, has something against you now? That why?
For me, it's painful. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when Star says out of his mouth, he's a friend of no one, he proved that. Not even victims. Because the reality of it is, them dudes sat up there on this platform talking about they're going to expose Ron Savage for being on TikTok with young girls. Are you for the victims or against them? So now that niggas is trying to sell that funky ass documentary, you willing to wage war on the victims. You see what I'm saying? And the bottom line to it is just like, yo, like I said, from the beginning, I couldn't understand why Star was shouting out the dudes that was trying to tear apart the same movement that he was backing. Are you backing me? Are you backing Ben? So then when I seen the picture with him and Mickey Benson, I said, holy shit. Concerts. He's a big concert promoter. He was supposed to punch Star in the face.
He about that action?
Mickey ain't no sucker, but at the same time, all Mickey got to do is make a phone call and shit'll get real ugly for you. So
got him snitching on your channel. You asking him like, is other people about that action, giving him a platform to just talk and run his penis suckers. Nah, this dude is not for the community. This dude don't help. Any chance that I get to help, I do, right? I'm not sitting up here playing like a saint or playing like I did stuff. I've survived like everybody else with a story, a survival story. I got a survival story. So I relate to the bottom. So any chance that I get to relate to the bottom or to give a meal to somebody that's hungry, I take that chance. I take that opportunity. I don't go around, sit around and say, oh, I feel like crying because I don't have nothing to give. If it's something in my fridge, I'll give it. If it's a shirt on my back, I'll give it. This is a dude that cries when it's time to actually help out. So this I can't go with, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that he disrespected, because this platform is not for to disrespect you. But I had to come up here with this. I was working on another boxing video. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my boxing channel. Go subscribe to Wax Dog channel. Go subscribe to something that's real. This is not real, yo. This is not, and hold on. I don't want to go yet. Hold up. Matter of fact, hold on. Hold up. Hold on. Let's listen to some more of this chunk. Pure punk. Pure boy.
That's been happening to me since day one.
You know that's a little tough to monitor the YouTube comments, though, right? You know.
No, but you know what? He don't even try to correct them at all. But I never said nothing. I said, all right, he ain't like no mods. But then when you start bigging up the people that's making fun of me being molested, that was the last straw when I watched that video when he talked.
Look, and another thing, man, stop saying bigging up people that's making fun of you being molested. We don't got no proof that you was molested. Only thing we got is you saying that somebody stuck a frank in your honey and and the same person while you was young, and the same person that you saying who violate your back door, right? The same person you saying that stuff your freezer with hot dogs, right? The same person that you saying did foul shit like bend you over and eat it. Like shit we can't even imagine, you hear me? And I don't know, cause the white boy, rest in peace, the Drake, when he was accusing you of the sexual assault, he also said that you got him to toss your salad. So I don't know where you picked up that habit at, right? Of eating ass, right? But for Doggie Diamonds to let you sit on his show and eat ass, it's like, damn, Doggie, what's going on with you? I'm asking that respectfully. What's going on with you, Doggie? This dude is a known ass eater at this point. According to him, he got a video out where he said that they made him gay by default. What is y'all talking about? He's talking about me. Yeah, I already know, Wax. Start shouting me out. He's sick about it. Yeah, he don't like that. He want to be the only one up there. No, people got real gutter stories of real survival tactics. Real beating feet to the pavement. Risking their lives. Risking their freedom and everything to make it. And you go up here and you act like because you was in a homosexual relationship, everybody's supposed to drop everything they want to do? Go to war with you? Nah. F you, yo. Shout out to Star.
About the statute of limitation running out on Ben. The reality of it is, Star said a few years ago he was done with Ben. So why are you talking about the statute of limitation now? Is it because of the documentary or is it because of my success? I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is I don't like what I see. Because it's treacherous and it's envious. It's backstabbing. So it's like I said, till you be your way, let me be my way. I don't have to. Like the reality of it is, they never had, none of these people never had intentions of me growing my own platform. The only reason why Hassan Campbell is as big as I am right now is because I had to stand on my own 2 feet and fight alone. Because in the initial beginning, you the one that put that conscious community thing together and put wheels behind it on 125th Street. A lot of people don't know that. You know, everybody played a little part in getting the story out, which I thank everybody. But at some point in time, like days and months and weeks, I had to like really live through the Israel doctrine. The conscious speculation was killing me.
I don't even know who that is.
Because he disappeared. Like, there was dudes that was slaying me on the internet. Then I had to brawl and learn how to fight on.
Wax Dog is slaying you right now as we speak. Y'all go check out those videos over there on Wax Dog's channel.
The internet, because you can't fight in the internet the way you fight. I'm brawling with Tommy Sotomayor. I had to go through my bumps and bruises. Then once I learned how to master this, you see me start beefing with other dudes, other cats. Now, mind you, like, I'm gonna tell you something. Let me say something to you slick ass dudes, right, real quick, right? Let's watch him.
This shit is disgusting.
When y'all sit up there and say Hassan Campbell only responds to females, you're a liar. You're a liar. First and foremost, let me shout out to my brother Hocus Forfeit.
No, I think when they say that you only respond to females, if I could speak for the people for 1 second, I think you got your biggest and most strongest aggression when it comes to them. Like, we've seen you do a sucker move with Derek C. Williams where you got him smacked and then you pushed him around while he was smacked drunk out his face, right? We seen you do that one cowardly act. But other than that, right, and while we could see you on camera in public, it seems like if a lady say something, you become very angry. But if a guy say something, then you tuck your tail. Like those dudes when you was out there talking to a young boy, and those dudes came through and told you if you keep following them and he got something for you, and you came back later on and lied, said you was about to go knife to knife. That dude never produced no knife on you. That dude said if you keep following, he gonna show you something. And you piped down. But when it came to a lady that you claimed scratched your car, we didn't see her do that. But you claimed she scratched your car. You had her cornered in the store when she told you that if you don't let her go, you're gonna call police. You said you'll do something before they get there. Like the lady that was going for a simple jog going up the stairs, and she might have said something to you about where you were standing on the stairs, but the way you responded was very aggressive. But that same aggression that you showed, we didn't see it for those dudes on the sidewalk. And now, lately, it's been a lot of talk about you pulling out guns on every dude that you get into it with. We don't see where the manly aggression from you toward other men. We don't see that. That's what it is. It's not that you only respond to women. No, you keep Wax Dog name in your mouth. You keep my name in your mouth. You keep Sarnetta name in your mouth. You keep a lot of dudes' names and pipes in your mouth, right? But this is the thing. When it comes to what we seen from you in public, you run down on women. We seen how you cursed out that lady in a Burger King unjustly. But we haven't seen where you have done that to a man publicly. The only time we seen you do it to a man publicly is when it was Derek Williams, somebody who supported you, a loyal supporter of yours, that was smacked out his mind, drunk, and couldn't defend himself because he was having a good time out with you and thought that it was somebody that he respected, somebody that he rocked with. He thought he was good. He thought you was gonna hold him down, get him back safely, all of that. And what you did, he ain't have his balance. You pushed him around. That's what you known for. You try to catch people off balance and push them around, and then play like you the victim out of the deal, and name drop and clout chase and talk about homosexual tales, and then get mad when people say, "Oh, okay, you're a homosexual." It's not that anything's wrong with you being a homosexual. I mean, it goes against God's plan, but it's not that anybody's passing judgment because you're a homosexual or making fun out of you because you're a homosexual. I think the comedy comes in where you come. Here's this gay guy, right? That doesn't want to be gay, claiming that he was inducted into, like, forced into this type of gay way of life, and then don't want to be recognized as gay. Be who you are, I think, is what the people are saying. So you want to tell a whole gay story and then get mad at people because they see the gay in your story. This is not bashing anybody gay. This is saying that when you try to be two different people, gay and straight, at the same time, it's always going to cause confusion like this. You want to take a gay story and have us attack somebody and call them a child molester, and then you don't want to explain. Only way you want to explain why you was with this man in your 20s and 30s. You love that man. You love that man like a father. You saying you don't want to see Bam go to jail. You said it in this interview. You don't want to see him pay for any thing that he did to children. You just said that right here. Salute the 60-year-old single crackhead in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? So hit the like, share, and subscribe. Cash App, $ Shanks King. Look, that's a fact. So let's get back to this closet homosexual, right? And that's no disrespect to the homosexuals. It's saying that, will this real homosexual please stand up?
Right.
All right.
That's my bro, right? That's my brother right there.
Let me shout out to Hocus 4/5. Let me show you the difference between gladiators and trolls. Me constantly making videos about the same dude over and over again. If we got a beef, We say what we have to say, then we get to the streets, or we make.
So you said what you had to say about me and Wax Dog. Why did you choose to go on Doggie Diamond today? You demented homosexual. Why did you go on Doggie Diamond today and bring up me or Wax Dog's name?
So now, when you don't see me talking to all these lame dudes that's on YouTube making videos about me, it's because I come outside with shooters. The dudes that I'm beefing with, I'm ready to beef with. Dead to beef or dead to beef. Fortunately, us brothers came together. I speak to old Mel Cross at times. I speak to CK at times. Hocus 4/5 is a dope dude. That's Hassan Harris right there. He got my name. Love Hocus 4/5. So you know what I mean?
Free right S1 too. Free S1.
Free S1. So these brothers right here, men, sometimes we could bump heads with each other and we go about our business. Even with Young Pharaoh. Me and Young Pharaoh went at it a few times. Ask yourself a question. Who sent you? Then you see him tied to both communities that brought you out. They create a whole nother channel just to taunt you. You gotta ask yourself a question. Who? Like the Wax Dogs that make 3 or 4 or 5 videos a day, get their channel knocked down and create a whole nother channel just to taunt you. You gotta ask yourself a question. Who sent you? Then you see him tied to both communities that brought you out.
See what I'm saying? You the one keeping the people's names in your mouth. He said he was about to be a millionaire, but he has nothing to give back. That's crazy. But now he say this Wax Dog or whatever. How you know about the videos getting knocked down? You watching them? Keep it real on something. You must be watching them. Or you the one who getting the channels knocked down. Y'all don't bump heads, you were clout chasing them. Yeah, y'all didn't bump heads, you was clout chasing them. You got those videos, you got those channels knocked down, man. We know this. You a rat. Nah, you mad because on Wax Dog channel, he's showing you in a light that you don't want the people to see you in. You being exposed over there. You being thrown on Front Street on Wax Dog. And it's burning you up. It's burning you, it's killing your soul, man.
Then you be like, wow. He's being shouted out by this one. He's in the conscious. He's in the comment section on this one. Get him on.
So I tried plenty of times to fix the situation with you and Sonetta, publicly, privately. I tried. Even one time, remember, I was with Wesley Muhammad and I called you. So anytime you have issues, you can let the audience know. I've always called you and always said, yo, Hassan Campbell was my dude. And anytime I was with somebody, I always called. I didn't see the Hocus thing because I would have dead that in one day. That's my bro right there. I didn't see that. I know Gene Deal. How could we dead that?
Well, I mean, I don't have a beef with Gene Deal. I just would never respect it. Like, my thing is like this. Gene Deal told some lies on me, right? Mm-hmm. And my whole thing is like this. When you watch The Matrix and you see the brother fighting the China dude said it on him. He apologized at first. He said it on him. They started fighting. Then he said to him, I only attacked you because I wanted to see who you really are. You will learn who a person really is when you fight them. Mm. When Gene Deal started talking about me, he started telling lies about me. Mm. Like, I mean, tremendous lies. And I'm like, whoa. So I would never respect him. He was defending himself.
He didn't tell tremendous lies. One of the things you mad is that he brought up the white dude, Drake, rest in peace, that came out and said that you was molesting him while he was a minor. Yeah, like nobody wants your respect. Your respect ain't worth nothing. But that's the thing. Once again, where he said Gene Deal told horrible lies on him, don't expect him to be cool with Gene Deal unless his word just all the way trash, which I've been on that. His word is garbage. But Gene Dale also spoke on the fact that he was being accused by this white dude named Dre, who sat right there and said that you wanted to make him eat your salad, and that that was one of the times when you wanted to spice things up, get freaky, I think he said. You asked him to eat. He the one who exposed that you had a hairy mole on your asshole. Like all type of foul shit, like you say. Why do you keep ending up in these foul-ass compromising positions? That's what I'm not understanding. Why do you keep, for lack of a better term, right? Why do you keep ending up in a buck? Why people keep getting you in a buck position? Spread eagle. Because you are homosexual. And it's a statistic out about that. And I don't want to go too far, right? Not knowing what I'm saying. So I'm going to stop where I know what I'm saying. But there's a statistic out there about homosexuals being more vulnerable to those type of situations. And you should look into that about yourself. Maybe it is that you've been in so many man on man, right? And you saying you got footage, you should put your own porn out. But you keep ending up in these man on man type situations, right? Then maybe you should take a look in the mirror. Take a look at the punk in the mirror and call a punk, man. Let's get back to this punk, man.
When you start lying, your credibility is just shot.
Yeah, and you lied. I'ma just put it out there. You lied about when we came to New York, saying that when we called you outside, that when you came outside, you came outside to confront the ops, and that you got attacked by cops. Another video that I'm gonna put up on my Instagram when I get off of here. So y'all make sure when you get off of here, go to my Instagram, FrontStreet_villains_ENT. Submit the request. I'm gonna accept it, and you can check out the videos from what's gonna be my last post after this. My only post today, right? You can go check it out. It's another video of when you actually called the police to my house about saying I was harassing you up there. After I put that video out, right? You got YouTube to do something with the video, right? I believe. Now, I'm not sure about that part. But that was footage of the police coming to my house. And all of a sudden, then your story changed to we called police to you. We don't play those type of games, yo. We on a different type of time. We on a different type of time. And y'all know I'm fighting. Y'all know I'm fighting cases that included drug cases, and y'all coming up here with this narrative. You got one clown up here lying, saying that I tried to come get for something from him of dope or whatever. Like, stop putting that narrative out there, because that's not what we into. But we got a real life going on, though. And it's a whole different type of time than you on, man. So you got to stay in your lane. Your lane is this. That is your lane. If they cut this off, you don't have another lane that you're going to jump into. So stay out of other people's lane, yo. The streets is not your lane. Getting dicked in the ass is your lane, not the streets. Looking through books at niggas' penis size, that's your lane, not the streets. When the hell the streets become Hassan and then Doggie Diamond up there? Oh, I know real dudes in the street that's a little. This dude is a a closet homosexual, lying, perverted faggot. And I don't mean that in a demeaning way to the gay community. I'm saying he's a faggot, you know, the derogatory term for educational purposes. To educate people that when you try to live a double agenda like Hassan, it is always a catastrophe. I'm not hiding the truth, man. I'm not hiding the truth. This man is a woman stuck in a man's body. Or half a man's body. I can't believe you, Doggie Diamonds. Can't believe you, man.
I've never sat up there with the wall with somebody alive on.
You hear this, clown?
You see what I'm saying? Like any of my shit, lying, your credibility is just shot. I've never sat up there with the wall with somebody alive on.
You just lied on me on Doggie Diamond. You told them that I had the white boy, that we had a white boy that we paid him, that he dug in the toilet so he could get high. 1 minute you saying they paid him $20. Next minute he dug in the toilet so he could get high. Why are you pushing his agenda about money and things when it comes to me and Wags though? Like if we've been doing some type of illegal drug activity that would never happen. That shit is disgusting, yo. Told hella lies on us. Yeah, told hella lies on us, yo. And sit up here and tell Doggie Diamonds that he never beefed on, never lied.
Back to him. Now, he would have defended himself. When you start lying, your credibility is just shot. I've never sat up there with the wall with somebody alive on. You see what I'm saying? Like any of my situations when we beefing with dudes or whatever the case, I leave room to be honorable at that. That's why me and Hocus for a fifth of chalk. That's why me and Mel Cross say, yo, what's up, bro? Blase, blase, blah. And at any given time, I tell Mel, like, yo, I help you with your platform. Me and CK was supposed to have been met up, or whatever the case may be, but I was a little busy, and he's been a little bit busy. So, like, when gladiators or warriors go at it, this is how we go at it, and when we make peace, we make peace. Then you have the internet trolls that does not stop. They constantly, like, inside the comment section, like, some of these dudes I don't even understand.
You know what, Gene, I want to say this. You know what, Gene, I covered this story before, and you know he wasn't, Biggie, he wasn't responsible. You know when you bodyguard and you're assigned, he wasn't responsible for Biggie, though. You know that, right? Like, He tried to warn them not to go out there in the first place. He was warning.
I don't have no beef with Gene Gill. The problem is, that's like, for example, right? I'm going to show you an example with Kwame Brown. Shout out to Kwame, right? I made a video, and only hood dudes could relate to the video that I made. I made a video and I said, and I stated about Kwame, I said, and I never even mentioned his name, stop comparing me to the NBA player. First and foremost, don't tell me that I'm jealous of somebody that was a $60 million man. Because for you to even put my name in the category with him, I'm winning. I'm winning. That's for one. For two, you know, Kwame's fight and my fight, at 18 years old, he went to the NBA. Bought his mother a house. At 18 years old, I'm fresh off of being a child victim of child molestation in the street, blasting shit up and went to jail for murder. Why are y'all comparing us? I came out on the internet telling my life story, and then from there I started being a leader of a movement, of a voice battler speaking for the Black community, right? This is something that I've been doing for years. The first 2 years of me being on YouTube, I wasn't even getting a check. I wasn't even monetized. Let that sink in.
Yeah, because it ain't as easy as people think. Like, it took a lot.
I didn't know you could get monetized until Campbell told me. After I got monetized, and he seen I got $3,000 in donations in the first 2 days, he started flipping on me because he wanted to pull my audience. Because some of you dumb people feel like if you flip on somebody, you're going to pull their audience. That's not necessarily true. Because it's like, once people are loyal or they like your style, and they feel like, yo, this is my nigga right here, And everybody ain't swayed, so they gonna watch the video once or twice, then they ain't gonna mess with you no more. So that was the case right there. You know, I was in monetized, so now you got Kwame Brown or whatever the case may be. I never listened to him to know what he was talking about. Once I listened to him, I'm like, whoa, I like what this brother's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I support, especially when he's talking about the how we call that movement,
Go along, get along.
Go along, get along.
Yeah.
When he's talking about that, that's the most dangerous topic. When you're talking about that range, the meticulous community, the 40 Pebbles, when you talk about that community right there, and you talk about the small hats, you are playing with your whole livelihood on this internet and getting jobs. Once they ban you from this internet, watch when you go put in the application, they're going to starve you out. So for him to sit up there and speak against that movement, I respect him.
That's the Hassan formula. Diss and then dick eat. Right behind it. Now all of a sudden, you respect what he was saying. If you respected the message that Kwame Brown had, if you respected the message that he had, why did you come out and attack him like that? Why is Doggie Diamond not asking you real questions? Why did you come out? You respect him, Hassan. Why did you disrespect him? Is it that you clout chasing for views? Is it that you clout chasing for views? Huh? If I speak about shit like a sport, I love boxing. So I could call them out when they running around ducking everybody. I could call Canelo out. I could call out Teofimo Lopez or whoever the hell I want to call out.
For what he's saying about that movement, I respect him. So when people sit up there and they say, oh, Hassan Campbell sneak this and him, no. I'm going to make it clear. In the streets where I come from, right? The young boys don't want to hear nothing Kwame has to say. You know why? Because they're going to tell him, you can't relate to my pain. You don't come from where I come from. And even if you once upon a time lived there, you left at 18 years old and never came back. You were a millionaire from there at that point.
So why he got so many followers then if nobody want to hear what he's saying? He got more following than you.
Four.
They following you to see something happen to you.
New York, Bronx, River, Edenwald, Webster Projects, South, Newcastle Hill. If you ain't never shot nobody, they don't even want to hear you talk. If you ain't never been to jail like Big Meech, you can't tell them nothing. If your mama ain't smoked crack rock, they don't want to hear you. So it's not a sneak diss when I say don't compare me to this man because our lifestyles was different. That's just like Lil Wayne, for example, right? Lil Wayne was signed since he was like 13 years old. He doesn't know what poverty is. He's been rich longer than he's been poor. So when you hear me say don't compare me to these dudes, Styles P recently said something about snitching and civilians not being snitches. I'm like, why are y'all sending me Styles P saying something I've been saying for 4 years? So it's not authentic until a rapper says it?
Well, you know popularity. Go ahead.
But shout out to Styles P because I love Styles P. But the African American community has this thing where they want to Tupac Ja Rule you. They can only be one.
Why you sitting up there letting him name drop like that, Doggie Diamond? I'm just saying all the stuff I want to say to you, Doggie Diamond. I don't want to disrespect you. I don't want to do none of these sorts of things. I want to have, I think it's only right if you come get the other half of the story. I prove to you why people don't like Hassan Campbell. Blackface 1090 salute. Loose Cannon Records. Look, I want to prove to you that he lied on me on your platform. That's only right. That's integrity. Then he brought that big head. kid out talking about disrespecting. But what about the kids he disrespected? Hypocrite. Yeah, what about the fact you didn't ask him nothing? Like, people could possibly turned on you because your story didn't stand up. Your story broke down. How the hell you gonna tell somebody who people don't want to listen to? People do want to listen to people that's successful. They want to hear, hey, how can I possibly become successful like you did? Not how the hell can I be a demented closet homosexual liar YouTuber. Listen to this chunk.
When 50 Cent came, I mean, not Tupac.
Why you letting him name drop like that up there?
Came out, it was the end of
align his name with people.
Still dope. But the people didn't support both of them. Like, yo, we got two courageous brothers right here. Let's support both. No, we played this thing that we were taught by Master that there can only be one.
I mean, that's post traumatic slave syndrome. Going into BLM, talking about, because I'm glad you said the African American community. We got an organization that many of us, reason that we know the inception and what the mission statement is, we don't rock with. But you've been very vocal about BLM. Why?
Well, I sat back and I watched, just like with the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement, BLM, Me Too movement is strategically seeking out certain people to rip the shreds. Mm. They're not about the whole, all right, this is the fight. If you in it for the fight is the fight. Black Lives Matter. When I sat back, me and my son, right, had a phone conversation. He looked at my Instagram and then he seen my right-hand man, my brother Eric, Eric Bennett. He locked up, that was my code to fit it, because these dudes be lying. Hassan Campbell was never locked up for murder. Stop lying. Yes.
That's why you explaining it so much, because you know you're lying. You're not a killer, man. You're not a killer. You're not, trust me, I know you're not a killer, yo. You ain't down for that homicide, man. You might accidentally kill a nigga if you get a chance to try to get him off you, but you're no killer. You're not an assassin, yo. I know that for a fact. You're not if you play with me, I'ma wait till 2, 3 in the morning, because I know this when you come out of your house or go in your house and I'm gonna knock your goddamn head up. That's not you, man. You're not an assassin. You a closet homosexual lying YouTuber. That's exactly what you are. You a dick in the butt. Look, you know assassin, man. Yeah, that's why people say you lying about it. People say you lying because they know you lying. You're not an assassin at all, man. You's a dick in the booty ass nigga, man. And that's a fact, man. Now let's go hear him lying on Mike Sean and Tameka Mallory.
I was. More than once. So in 94, that was my co-defendant. He grew up with my son. My son was also, loved by Xavier Williams. He was running with X. So when he sees dudes,
we don't know Eric.
He was like, yo, Eric, my brother, we gotta squash this. And I was like, yeah, fine, cool. I ain't gonna make no more videos about you, Mike. Young Pharaoh made a video about my son, and I started dragging Young Pharaoh behind that. You know what I mean? Protecting my son. When I saw my final draw, when I sat back and I saw Tameka Mallory on the news saying something that Bush couldn't even get away. I mean, not Bush. Trump.
Okay.
Trump couldn't get away with things he said. He tried to impeach him. Tameka Mallory said, let all those on the target burn. Mind you, all those on the target is sponsoring, and some of the other like big sponsors are sponsoring a movement. I've never seen the enemy sponsor Malcolm X. Never. Ever. But she sat up there and told those young kids out there to go loot and rob. And now them same young kids is out there getting snatched up off of the cameras, and you don't hear about it no more. Doing TV events to the feds.
She said that, or allegedly?
She said, "Let it burn." She didn't care about.
Watch this. Watch he lie on Tameka right here. Listen good.
Ever. But she sat up there and told those young kids out there to go loot and rob, and now them same young kids is out there getting snatched up.
Tameka Mallory never told no kids to loot and rob. Tameka Mallory simply made a statement is that they want to make a big fuss over Target being burnt down, but the same fuss that they putting up over Target wasn't put up over what black people are going through in this country, clown, right? Being murdered, disenfranchised, and all around misplaced, misguided, mistreated, right? So she don't got time to worry about what's going on with Target, because if Target was worried about what's going on with us, they'd be in the street fighting with us. Now, if their movement was personally being funded by Target, I think they would have that would be Target on the front lines with us. I think they would have explained that to the people, that the anger shouldn't have been directed toward anybody who was funding them to help the people. Stop lying on people, man.
Sports was a sports for their movement. I've never seen the enemy sponsor Malcolm X. Never. Ever. But she sat up there and told those young kids out there to go loot and rob. And now them same young kids is out there getting snatched up off of the cameras, and you don't hear about it no more. Doing TV events to the feds.
She said that, or allegedly?
She said, "Let it burn." She didn't care about them out there robbing and looting. Let it burn. But Antifa found a way to trick our kids out there to rob, and still they live in poverty anyway. So now Antifa gets away with it because Antifa's government. Then when you sit back and you look at the fact that I started doing my homework and realizing that Black Lives Matter and Antifa was both being sponsored by George Soros. And when you read history and you know about the World War II and you know about the Jews and Hitler, you start to realize that Prescott Bush, which is George Bush's father, also paid and sponsored the war on both sides. So this is a game that they've been playing. On this side with Hitler and on this side with the Jews in the other country, they sponsored both wars.
So your issue with, because I've seen some of your videos where you feel like with BLM, when something goes on in the hood, they don't pull up for that. They don't, it's just like, they just.
BLM is not like throwing it to Tameka Mallory's
other people do stuff, but you have
organizations
where the hood is getting shot up in Chicago, 60 people, but they're not saying nothing. Am I correct on that? You feel like they should be showing up?
All right, let me give you an example. The young brother Junior, Latino brother that got killed by the Trinitario gang, the whole world came out for him. The young Dominican brother, I believe he was Dominican, Spanish brother, that was murdered the day after his graduation. He was murdered. That was a big story all over social media because my son didn't show his face there. Tameka Mallory didn't show his face there. So then you start doing your homework some more.
So why you didn't show your face? While they was busy and couldn't do nothing, why you didn't show your face? That's crazy. And I'm going to tell you, for those that don't know, I'm going to end it with this. Hold on. We're going to end it like this. since Doggie Diamonds say he kept saying he don't know people that Hassan was bringing up, right? He didn't say me or Wax Dog because it's hard not to have seen this victim. That's why we wondering why you didn't ask certain questions, Doggie Diamond. This is not to disrespect you. This is not to come at you no type of way. This is to ask you where's your integrity. So we're gonna get a chance to see it when you either come out and get the second half of the story. Since I've been accused of some very vicious things on your platform, I would like the opportunity to show you that a guest on your show lied to you. But until then, this is the thing that got him mad. Enough to lie.
Say if you got money, Hassan, set it up. We can set the fight up, man. 30 bands for it right here. Set the fight up.
I'm making this video because I tried contacting Hassan Campbell. He didn't want to talk on the phone. Was rightfully so. He shouldn't want to because of what he did.
Play about 2 minutes of
I'm
this.
making contact to the world to let them know what he did. Don't know why he did it. But
The Sheriff's King, the villain, Front Street, the label, invading your lives of the show. You about to get invaded live. Let's invade these people lives. Put them on Front Street one more time. Today we invading Hassan Campbell's lives and we put them on Front Street. We got here the victim, or the accuser, I should say, because this is all alleged. This is all alleged, and we want to get to the bottom of it out of all fairness, you know what I mean? Because we have serious allegations. So I'm gonna take the camera, put the camera on there, right? So, how you doing, man? I couldn't hear you. You gotta kind of speak up to the camera.
I've seen better days.
You've seen better days. That's what's up. That's good. Let me ask you this: how did you find me?
I speak to Hassan, not really anymore. It's been about 2-3 weeks since the last time I've spoken with him, but he wanted me to make contact with you to, I guess, in a sense, butter you up and get some intel out of you. And
so there you go, Doggie Diamonds. I asked the kid, how did he find me? And he said because he still speak to Hassan from time to time. Now you remember Hassan said in the video that the kid called him and said, remember what you did to me and all of that? He knows exactly what he probably did to that kid, man. So at the end of the day, the kid said that Hassan was trying to get him to set me up to try to ruin my channel. I'll leave y'all with that, man. Go subscribe to Wax Dog. I got a new boxing channel, y'all. Go subscribe to it. We almost to 100 over there. We just getting going over there. This is a mess, though. Leave my name out your mouth, man. Go back to your other job or what you used to have in your mouth. Or I don't know if you still do. And shout out to Five God, though. You know what I mean? Because in a different type of way. Because, you know, he reached out and mended that, and tried to mend that situation with me. And, you know, we on grown man time. So shout out to Five God. He put out a little record and all that. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? He see through the bullshit that, you know, Hassan, I guess, the persona, and he reached out, man. So shout out to that. Hassan is a lying body boy. With that being said, Shanks King, the villain, Front Street, the label, invading your lives, the show. You're welcome to invade mine. Let's invade these people's lives. Put them on Front Street one more time. I said invade people's lives.